Okay, officially recording.
Yep. Now, because of my account, I don't think I have ability to have a chat log or anything like that. So I don't know if that exists on there or not. Probably not.
Oh, I got your chat up.
All right.
Yeah, I
Try
got.
typing in something.
Give me a second. I have to use the stylus, and it's super touchy.
Gotcha.
Okay, that went through. Yeah, I'm just keeping the stream up on my other phone just to make sure that it's working.
I don't quite see the chat on there.
Yeah, I think. Actually, no, I have no idea. I have no idea how Twitch works. I'm not even going to say I have no idea how Twitch works. I'm switched to a different game. All right.
I can't really see chat at all, so oh, there it is. There you go. I can. Okay, type in something one more time, Darb.
Yep, I got you. Okay, sent.
Yep, I see you. All right. We got 30 seconds, so we're. I'll let you start off. I'll be silent at this moment.
Okay. So, today, we are bringing the man, the myth, the legend, the absolute one, Mr. Non-Playable Clown. It's gonna ask him a series of questions today, because he's the homie and people want to hear from him. So, NPC, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, how's it going, Darb? Thanks for bringing me on. This is a non-playable clown from Post and Stuff DS.lol, DS being Daniel Sauropod, because only a complete retard would think it'd be something else, especially himself.
Mm-hmm. That's a great one, too. Daniel Sauropod's a great name.
Oh yeah, I do love dinosaurs. You know, that's why we're kind of best buds, really.
Right, hell yeah.
Godzilla's great, and same with sauropods.
Mm-hmm. Dino power for sure.
Hell yeah.
So, the first question is, what brought you to Fetty?
Funny enough, it was actually Mr. Mediker that brought me into Fetty. I was watching one of his streams. He mentioned about how the Fediverse is more free, it's more open. That's where he's on, and I got onto there. Unfortunately, it was with Post, and that didn't last too long. Things kind of were just a lot of red flags were happening, especially during the middle of the gut hunt, and Graf was just geolocating and just doxing him. I'm like, okay, I better get the fuck out of here. And I think the final straw in the coffin was just him defederating like Spurg City and kicking out was it Zannyberries or was it Kinoche? And to me, that was just dumb.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So moved over to Chud Buds until that got that sank. And then was over at Cool Site with Bloomfur for a little bit. And funny enough, I was actually Bloomfur that convinced me to give Fetty another shot, and I made my own instance. I kind of want to have more control, didn't want to janny people, wanted to keep it a single user and just do whatever I wanted to do.
I don't blame you on that. That's a really good idea. You seem to be very successful at it. Like,
no problem.
Yeah. Now, would you say you have haters on Fetty?
have some is kind of an understatement. I have quite a few haters. I can easily get into under people's skin quite easily. Obviously, the biggest thing that people know me best is my quote unquote feud or really trolling with Graph.
Oh yeah.
And but really, quite recently, and this has been more enjoyable to be honest, is fucking with Dicey. uh,
See.
but both of them are like two peas in the pod, if you ask me. Both of them like to boast about their success, their riches, and post just for whatever reason personal shit online that I will never fathom to understand of why they think this is a good idea. Why are you posting photos of yourself? Why are you posting about how you broke up and how a girlfriend's a whore or whatever, or getting cut by a 4chan Janny? To me, like at least growing up, you're supposed to give as much personal information out online, and then you have these two yokels just giving it out there, thinking this is gonna amount to some pity points or just I don't know what the hell they were thinking to be honest, but I'm just taking it and just making fun of them.
Yeah, and kind of rightfully so in some situations. Some of these people have definitely brought it on themselves, and the pure anger and butthurt that you bring out of them is unlike anybody else can. If you don't mind, would you want to tell us a little bit about either of them or both?
Oh boy. Graph would be kind of a long one. But also just to clarify, if anybody's watching this live, it's kind of a short notice. We're running on my account for now, and I was just playing just something in the background, just having Cookie Clicker on. So just want to explain that if anybody's kind of viewing the live stream. But anyways, with Mr. Daniel out there, let's see. At first, in Chud Buds, I was kind of making fun of him, given his pro lolly approach. Even though he claims that he doesn't like lolly, but one of his biggest admins and friends was Ando, who loved to post lolly porn.
Oh,
So I constantly just made fun of him for that. Nothing outrageous, just the usual crap. And I think he blocked that account. I think I remember, which is fine. He's more than welcome to block any account.
right.
And then came my current instance over at Post and stuff, where I just take screenshots of his whenever he says something retarded, which is, oh my god, almost every day at this point. Um, Mostly for my own amusement and enjoyment to go back to. Somebody was mentioning about why I don't, why I take screenshots. Just convenience. The search engine in Pleroma kind of sucks. It's something on my to-do list if I have time to go in and fix it or just refine it a bit better, because it's just I don't know if it's just a timeout issue or how it kind of concatenates and string or query the Postgres on there. But it never queries what I want it to, especially in my own local post, which is very frustrating.
That's
But anyways, the screenshot's just there. I have it on the date. I can just pull it up, especially when he lies, which kind of does that a lot. And it seems like more people are kind of being aware. Famously enough, as you know, there's the whole the email to Decayable about how we're ban-evading because we were at the time messing with Radix Verum, which I strongly think that she's a Fed. But that's a we'll get to that on a later segment. And yeah, and he says that I never threatened the cable, and I just posted up the screenshot. I never responded whatsoever. So it's like, oh great. Cozy did the same thing, by the way. How Cozy called him out and about how he got rid of a guy that I have no idea who he is. Just to clarify, and he was talking to Jeff Cliff. Like Raph was not in this thread at all. He was talking to Jeff Cliff, and he asked Jeff Cliff about me actually and whether he can see my posts. I don't know how he knows about me, but Graf comes in and says, bye, drama N-word, and just completely bans him. And when Cozy confronted him about that, oh, he just laughed it off.
Really?
So that's why screenshots are. Oh yeah, that's why these screenshots are kind of important, just to rub it in a little bit, because he just loves to kind of twist things around. Hey, sometimes I kind of twist things around or misinterpret, but if I'm wrong, at least I'll be honest about it. I'm not gonna just, ha ha ha, oh, that's an honest mistake, whoopsie doodle. That anime meme about the girl just puts her two hands on it, her head's like, whoops.
Yeah.
And yeah, just constantly just fucking with him when he posts retard shit. And like I said on Wiz's stream, the Fetty Files, if he just stopped posting stupid things, especially his personal life, which I don't know why the fuck anyone would do this, uh, there'd be nothing for me to talk about.
That's very true. It's very true, my friend.
And then we have Dicey. Oh boy. So I was actually, we were all friends with Dicey, especially when he was on Decay. Um, I had no issue with Dicey, and then the Dutch stuff happened, which we know Dutch can be. He can have his moments, and unfortunately, especially given how Graf is a Spurg, and just because we trolled on his what he was trying to simp towards that Fed, he wanted to shut down the instance. So and Dutch was getting confrontational between him and P. I think the situation's kind of misinterpreted. And I try to intervene because at least uh, he was saying that, if I remember correctly, that P was buddy buddy with Graf, and that he owes Graf because Graf gave him some parts. Which Graf did give him some parts, but that doesn't mean that he's like gonna bend over backwards for him. It's just anybody can give out parts or donate. That doesn't
Right.
mean you have an obligation to a person. And that's why I try to intervene. But unfortunately, things kind of explode, and unfortunately, Dutch got kicked off. No, not from the admins, but it's okay. Just from Swatty, actually. Just thinking about just keeping the instance safe because we know that Graf's a Spurg.
Yeah.
And Dicey, for whatever reason, decided to double down and then just decided to side with Dutch and call us, especially Dull and Swee, just like bullies, even though they had little to nothing to do with this. Especially Dull. I will never understand his obsession with just bringing Dull to this.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, and that's like, oh, all right.
Yeah. All that's gonna happen is that he's gonna get stung by her. And she's kind of like a scorpion,
Fuck yeah,
like
shit.
that scorpion on a frog.
Oh man.
And so he's just posting this gay shit that Swee has been doing, and how he wants to wish vengeance on Decayable, and just going on and off from blocking to following, and then this is where I start making fun of him because, and to be honest, I make fun of anybody. You post stupid stuff, and I'll make fun of it. Hell, I'll even make fun of myself. But, um, and he was like crying about followers, which is something an IRL statement to me. Followers is worthless on Fetty. If you have a single user instance or an instance that has just unmoderated open registration, you can make as much accounts as possible. Followers don't mean shit.
That's very true.
But that's what he's whining about. That he wants to have the most followers and he wants to be that, this and that. And I kind of call him out a little bit on that and was once joking. Then he posted a picture of himself, and I thought for the longest time he was like a young adult, maybe late teenage teenager. And then it turns out that he's like this 40-year-old man, this bald-headed fuck who lives with his mom by his own admission, and I that's when I'm like, no, and just had to pull the brakes. I'm like, no, 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 no. That's shit that Chris Chan got made fun of.
Right, it is.
And do you think that you should get a free pass? No.
No, nobody should.
Yeah, constantly attacking Sween Doll, Detatable, and just being a whiny bitch. So much so that even P Iron Domed him. It's like, okay, time to be Dennis the Menace on him. It's over. He's not gonna listen. He's gonna block and then unblock and come in and then bitch and complain that we're making fun of him. And look what we got now. He is a contender of this. Well, we're on Twitch, so let's just say the biggest nuisance of Fetty tournament. And he's admitted of kicking his mom out of her own house. How he is got his inheritance early, which is ludicrous in my opinion. How he's always on the beach, that he has no job, he doesn't need a job, and how everybody else is peasants because they have to work, and how working is, and I believe he even said at one point that it's like having circumcision.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
That really does not like work.
No, he's a worthless idiot with schizophrenia and just expects everybody's going to play nice on that side of the internet. Spoiler alert, we won't. I won't.
Yeah, I mean, especially look, I'm cool with Dicey, but he has done some questionable things and it's come at me a few times as well. And it's like, bro, you need to calm down, maybe get a job. Honestly, I know it's like your bane, but I really think it would help you in your life. I really do.
Yeah, even Grab has a job at this point.
Right? Right? Oh man.
But no, Welfare Rat has to double down and just say that we're all big meanie heads. While he's playing like like gay techno music at 3 a.m.
Oh dude, that's like have you ever seen Grandma's Boy?
I've seen parts of it, not the entire film.
Well, they got this one dude in there that like thinks he's a robot, and that's what he does. It's the same thing as like he insults people to techno music. Oh man, you've definitely created a, or I shouldn't say created. You've definitely acquired quite a colorful rogues gallery, if I may say.
Thanks. Yeah, there's also like Andre, who I just only saw because we were having a nice conversation about the new can that Sween Doll has, and here comes this Spurg, unprompted out of nowhere, to discuss how his uncle raped him.
Oh, I missed that. Whoa!
Oh yeah, it was a shit show.
Tell me about it. Oh, okay, I got to hear about this.
Oh my god! So he's coming in and just prompt like comes out of nowhere saying that his uncle touched him inappropriately, and we're all wondering like, what the fuck are you talking about? We were having a nice conversation about this kin, and then here you come with this personal life shit.
Right.
That, quite frankly, none of us fucking care. We're not your therapist.
No, we're not.
And when confronted about that, he just went off the rails and just spurged out, calling everybody pedophiles and all this stuff. So me and Insomniac actually, what we did was just we kind of screen element his posts and posted back to him, and he just lost his mind.
Oh shit.
But I think he's kind of gone at the moment. And then, famously enough, there's Senator. I don't know how I get these people to admit like these heinous, horrible shit. But with Senator, the biggest accomplishments that I had from him was the whole how he thinks that Epstein Island is based.
I do remember that. I remember when that was amazing.
Yeah, Senator, please do a flip. That is not based at all.
Oh man,
Why would you condone that?
I remember there was a time I've had quite a few encounters with the senator as well. There was this one time where I got him just raging when I told him that I don't. Okay, this isn't actually my religion, but I told him that like I believe in the Great Spirit, which is the Native American God, like numero uno. Like yeah, they have like gods of like the sun and things like that, but this is like the chief primordial deity. Um, and then I told him that Muslim is technically pagan because my religion's older, and he just lost it. Oh man, yeah. It's really interesting that you're able to just come across these people because it really does seem like it just happens. Like these people just like stumble into your path. What would you say?
Yeah. No, they do. It's always the same. I see something stupid, I comment on it, and I don't really even say much either. Like I'll give you an example with Radix. My introduction with Radix was that she was complaining about the uh, the folks from Michigan trying to kidnap the governor.
Yeah, the Whitmer case.
And yes, so she comes in and is complaining about how you guys are on a shit posting website on the Fediverse saying the N word and saying other stuff instead of supporting these guys. And I told her, like, well, first of all, probably a shit posting website is not the platform to do a serious advertisement. Go to YouTube, go to Reddit, number one, there's more people on there. And if you're trying to get more support, you should go for where the most people are. She lost her mind because of that. And then came the second case where I really hate journalists, all kinds. Doesn't matter if you're left or right. If you're a journalist, I immediately hate you.
I mean, that's understandable though.
Oh yeah, like journalists after the 21st century is just complete scumbags.
Agreed.
It's always just self-promoting themselves, trying to get the biggest article out there just so they can make a name. They don't give a shit about the people that they're helping out or allegedly helping out. And Radish is no different. So I had to come in and I just had to say, it's like, okay, what did you do for the family? And then here she comes, spurging out, calling me slurs and crap like that, all because of that question. I did more than you. What did you do? Well, I'm covering it. That doesn't help anybody but yourself. The coverage is just for your promotion.
It is.
And when you go into the links to her on her YouTube page, which still is out there, by the way, it's all just like Venmo and just payment apps to her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
and best of all, as usual with these idiots, they dig themselves a bigger and bigger hole. And so in that same thread, we learned that she thinks Alex Jones is a Fed. Because, a Fed is gonna go get a court order to be bankrupt, right? For sued for $1 billion.
Yeah.
And then she revealed that she's a believer in Q. Which we'll get to that part in a little bit of why she's a believer in Q. So she's saying all this nonsense in the same thread. Sui gets involved, and I think the crazy part, I don't know if it was in the same thread. Oh, her simps also attacked me. And this is the beauty about Fediverse is that, especially being my own admin, I can blow away bogus reports. Reporting almost means jack shit unless you're on a Mastodon instance where somebody thinks it's a full-time job to be an admin, which it's not. So, and they're trying to report me and just saying that I'm like a child molester. I shit you not.
Really?
And I'm just like, oh yeah. One of their simps is like, that's the lengths that they want to go just to simp her.
Wow.
And they're really going after me and Sui about this. No, it wasn't in this thread. It was in another one where then you see the full game. We're at full circle what she wants to do, which is, and I think you've seen this too, where she wants to have people send letters to the prisoners, which the prisoners are held in federal prison. So already on a site that has high-profile individuals, you think it's a good idea to send letters to? Let me ask you this, Darb. Do you think it's a good idea to dox yourself by sending letters to federal prison to high-profile individuals, or at least individuals are kind of indicted in a high-profile case?
No, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Yeah, almost like they vet it. Oh wait, they do, and they can easily trace back who it is, especially on snail mail. So that's when we called her out and just said that she's a Fed. And it gets worse from there. She then reveals to herself that she's actually she actually lives in Washington D.C. I did, and technically, I think there's an NBC article that also covers that too. But she even admitted on the Fediverse publicly. And by the way, her excuse of doxing yourself on the feds, that who cares? Everybody knows your information. That is a full blown lie. Sure, maybe the government does, but I don't want to have this direct association.
Yeah, same here. Wow.
Sure, we're on some kind of list, but don't make it fucking easy.
No. Yeah, she is one. That is one person that, like, I believe is definitely a Fed. I do believe that, honestly.
Oh, 100%. Cries about how there's a pedophile issue in the Fediverse, and then posts pictures of her child on there. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Man.
And then, best of all, this is my favorite thing, is that she originally, you remember this because she made a big deal about this. She wanted to get off Fetty because she wants to, because her bank account got frozen, which I think is from a different reason, probably related to her husband actually. But anyways, she wanted to protect NCD because that's the account that she was on, and so she's gonna get off Fetty for the protection of NCD. Then a week later, she's on Post.
I do.
And guess what's the only difference between NCD and Post? Take a guess, Darb.
The owner?
Yeah, that's technically true. But I was gonna say, I am. Well, at the time, I was what I call super defederated from Post,
Oh,
and by that, I am defederated from messages. My messages are blocked completely. Outbound messages from Post was blocked completely to me. And also, on top of that, there is a word filter for my username. So even if you're on Post, at the time you cannot say non-playable clown.
that is ridiculous. You're like,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm the fucking boogeyman of Post.
Wow.
And
Oh,
this is also after she called everybody on NCD a pedophile for liking VTubers.
I remember that too.
Yeah. And so what's the logical solution? Go to an instance that hosts and promotes Lolicon.
Yeah.
Like I think there's literally a bot called Lollybot.
Oh, hell no. I haven't seen that.
And there's obviously like users on there that post lolly and stuff like that. Like we discussed earlier, Ondo posted lolly art all the time, explicit lolly art too, which is disgusting. But
Yeah.
no, that's the platform that she was on, because she knows that she's gonna get protected by Little Graph.
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember why she left Post. I don't remember why she left Post, but I just kind of find it funny that she's been gone on Fetty, and she's still kind of a bit of a punching bag and just a discussion point.
Oh, that's because she tried to become a Twitter reply girl. She was
Yeah.
She was trying to reply under all these big conservative accounts to get traction, and she got a little bit. Little bit. I'm not gonna lie and say she didn't get any, but she
Yeah.
got a little bit.
Yeah, she was on Tim Pool.
Well, I was gonna bring that up. Glad you brought that up. That was, you go ahead and explain that. You go ahead and explain that one. You will do it more justice than I can.
Yeah, she was a guest on Tim Pool. They wanted to discuss the Whitmer case going on, but man, oh man, was that podcast fucking weird. So I think her bit was only like 10 minutes. Uh, and after that 10 minutes of discussing her story, she was basically has as much enthusiasm as a potted plant. You could almost erase her part of the episode, and you'll never realize that she was there. She hardly spoke, and well, to be honest, Tim was making a lot of stupid conversation. Like he was talking about like this weird physicization of how lawmakers should be wearing diapers, which let's be honest, they probably do. It's
Yeah.
the White House is just basically a retirement home, or especially the Capitol building. It's just got all these old fucks in there. And it was just weird. And in the end, she was giving all of her promotions. She promoted all of her personal stuff, except her NCD account.
Yep.
Got to get those viewership. Got to get that that viewership, and make sure I'm not like presented as an alt-right figure.
Yep. Oh, I remember that.
And worst of all, Maddie has supported her quite a bit, and even promoted her her Nice Crew TV NiceCrew.tv account. And just to throw him under the bus, that was so shitty.
Yeah, that dude, he did so, like you were saying, he did so much for her. It is absolutely insane that she just didn't feel that Maddie was good enough to get a shout out.
I know. After all the support and all, not just only from Maddie, but also a lot of the NCD folks too.
Dude, it really is. And then, Maddie busts his fucking ass for Nice Crew.
Yes.
You can't even throw him.
I really do like Maddie as an admin. He's excellent. Doesn't need to be involved unless he has to, and works hard on his instance. Make sure it's well maintained and his users are happy. That's something that Graf doesn't understand.
Yep. I got nothing but good things to say about Maddie. Got the utmost
respect. Yeah, me too.
I
may not agree with all of his politics, but hey, doesn't matter. At least he's a good admin.
Very true.
And he means well. And after that whole fiasco, and after we call her Radish, but after Radish leaves Fetty for good, it seems like for now, then we learned a lot of backstory. So we learned that why she's actually big into Q is that her husband ran one of the biggest Q grifts and was caught logging in as Q.
Oh no.
Yes. And we learned that she had a substance issue, and she had buck teeth, and she spent money to fix her teeth to look all professional and pretty to be for the presses and all this crap or coverage. And it's just clear as day. Like to me, that just solidifies the fact that she's a Fed.
Yeah.
Lives in Washington, did drugs. Like, this is informant shit 101. Trying to have people associate themselves to high-profile individuals. I'm a little bit head-scratching myself about this one, because I remember there's one video that she was saying that she's also an attorney for one of these people, which I'm like, how the fuck do you become an attorney? Like, don't you need, like, at least a, not a law degree, but, like, a certification? A law certification?
Yeah, you just need to pass the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that to me, I didn't understand why she was able to have that level of power. There's weird things like that kind of going on, But I think my magnum opus is that she really hates Sweet for some reason. She made a video, coward that she is, because she didn't mention names, but a video specifically targeted at me, Sweet, and Owl. You remember that one? How we're vengeful people and we need Jesus in our lives, yo.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
She's one to talk.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems like all three of us are doing fine, by the way, so.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a story of Radish. Oh, and I also like how Graf also downplayed Rash's story and his involvement in the story. And it was a conversation with Verita. I'm gonna butcher his name, just like I did in Wiz's podcast. And yeah, he was just downright lying at this point, or just lying by omission. And I'm like, nope, I have the screenshots. I know exactly what happened, or at least most things. The early on stuff, like she was on Fetty before I was, so there's that too. But with a few clarifications from other folks, um, it it was just amazing to me that Graf was thinking it was a good idea to say, "Oh yeah, you're a liar. Don't believe anything he says." And then like, well, here's the screenshots. What are you gonna do, bitch?
Oh, gotta get them screen grabs always.
Oh yeah. And to a few individuals that wonder why I get screenshots, it's for shit like this. Because the guy he's got bipolar. He's bipolar, by the way. He's on antidepressants, which is highly speculated that he may be abusing them.
Ooh.
And he is a complete unreliable narrator. Hey, Darb, I have a question for you. Oh, and he's an alcoholic, by his admission, by the way. But yeah, Darb, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Do you get antidepressants from your dentist?
No, I don't.
Apparently in Canada you can. Hey.
Interesting.
Yeah, but totally not abusing antidepressants.
Yeah.
Just only got from my dentist.
Right? As prescribed by my dentist.
Yep. Oh god. And I didn't need to know any of this. Nobody does. So I don't know why he's posting this shit.
That's a very good question. That is, I mean, I'm glad he is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad he is. But just don't. Just don't.
Oh. This is like lolcom behavior. This is exactly what Ralph does. This is what Nick Requeta does. This is what Nick Fuentes does. They just post embarrassing shit about themselves. That nobody prompted this. They just did it on their own.
It's gotta be some impulse shit. Like, they gotta be, like, thinking or something, and then, like, I need to post this. I need to post this amazing thought. And it's not actually amazing.
No, you don't need a post. You don't need a post about your relationship issues. You don't need a post about what's going on with your family. Like, okay, like if a pet dies, that's fine. Like unless you're a complete dickhead, most people have sympathy for that. But like breaking up with a girl that you've been dating for like multiple times, it's almost like a Mountain Goats Tally House album, actually. Just constantly going back and forth while drinking themselves to death. You don't need to share this.
Not
like there's your online life and then there's your personal life.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knows what I do on my personal stuff. Like it's very sparse. Like I have a wife and a kid. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Right. Just
I'm not gonna go into details or post photos of my kid because that's just dumb.
It really is. Especially your kid. Like,
oh yeah.
People don't need to see that. Period.
No, not at all. There's something wrong if strangers asking for pics of your kid.
Yes.
Like, even I had a guy at work that has asked me about that. Like, a guy, too. I'm like, hey, do you got a picture of your kid? I'm like, no. Fuck off.
Right. Right. Like, why are you asking?
Yeah.
No.
I don't,
Yeah.
that's the same thing with work life, by the way. You don't need to share every personal detail about folks at your work. Like, it's the same thing.
It is. And do you really think they appreciate that? Like,
I don't give a shit what they think.
yeah. Yeah. God, people are. We have some absolutely splendid human beings. Is all I'm going to say about these people. Is they are absolutely splendid.
Yep, and the Fediverse is the perfect way to experience that. Seeing unhinged folks reveal details about themselves unprompted.
Yep.
Honestly, if there's one person I want to ever see in real life, it's Johnny Fever.
Fuck yeah, dude. Same here. Same here.
I need to know how this man functions in life. Plus, I would love to go karaoke with Johnny. Go to a bar over in Honolulu and like Hawaii or something, and just having a good night.
Yep. Dude, Johnny would be a trip to hang out with. 100%.
Oh man, talk to the bartenders like, how's Johnny like?
Oh god. What bars is he banned from?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, Johnny, definitely. No offense to you. Johnny's my favorite Fediverse account. I think hands down he is the best.
Oh yeah, Johnny drinks a lot, but at least he can he's a little bit self-aware to some extent.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of control going, a little bit, just enough to like keep it funny, keep it.
Yeah.
Oh no,
When he drunks posts and doxes himself, at least when I mention to him, at least he listens.
that's true. That's true. He does.
He's not gonna come out and just say, "Hey, NPC, you're a liar. Here's a PDF of the police log with all my information on there." I'm like, why are you sending me this?
Please don't.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be some own? Because it isn't.
No, not at all.
And honestly, that's how I have the graph face docs, is because of him.
Oh man.
Yeah. So what else you want to talk about?
That's a good question. I got all the major questions I wanted out of the way. What are like what are other forms of entertainment for you other than locales?
Well, unfortunately, I've been doing this too much, but I definitely want to really kind of get back to playing video games. There's so much on my Steam list. I want to go back and revisit The Witcher 3. I really like the first two games. Well, I like the story of the first game, but not so much playing it. The first game is extremely jank, but the story is just solid. Like, that is a game that I would recommend watching a video about instead of playing it. 2 was a lot of fun. And 3, I played it I think about like a couple hours on 3, and I've had some fun, but unfortunately, a game like that where it's just so massive and long, you get caught up with something on life and you just get busy with it. I also kind of want to go back and play the Mass Effect trilogy remake. Especially the first game. I'm wondering if they fixed a lot of the jank issues from Mass Effect 1.
Mm-hmm. It's a good question. It's a very good question. I've only played Mass Effect 3 out of all of the games.
Got something controversial to say about Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
I think that game is overly hated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending does suck, especially the original ending. But the gameplay was at least fun. The story has some dumb moments, but at least I had some enjoyment with that. But you look at like what BioWare has been doing now, especially like with what Dragon Age Vanguard, just awful shit. And then you got Andromeda, which is just you got the meme of like, I'm sorry, my face is just tired. Crap like that. It's like Mass Effect 3 is a masterpiece compared to their modern BioWare.
I agree. A lot of games nowadays games are just absolute slop.
Oh yeah, I don't understand anybody buying AAA anymore. Indie all the way.
Yep. Personally, I've been playing a lot of Power World lately. It's a $30 game. And it's fun.
It's way better than Scarlet and Violet, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Scarlet and Violet, like I really tried, and unfortunately, I was trying to get back into Pokemon, and man, oh man, it's just this is why I hate about modern Nintendo is that they really want to handhold the player a lot.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. They did that a lot with Scarlet and Violet because the first like 3 hours of the game is just a tutorial. They try to advertise that it's open world and all this stuff, which technically it is, but it actually punishes you if you're exploring.
Really?
Because yes, because the game will emphasize when you get done with the school for that piece of tutorial that you have three things you can do. You can go to do gym battles. You can fight the Team Rocket equivalent of the game, or you can go fight Goliath Pokemon, the giant Pokemon. And it's like, cool. I'm gonna go fight giant Pokemon. Turns out that's the wrong move. You need to go to the gym battles because they still retain the original system, which is after a certain point when your Pokemon levels up, you can't control your Pokemon anymore. And to me, for an open world game where the levels can vary based on what part of the map you are on, that is utterly dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely dumb.
It's like it makes sense in the old games because the old games are practically linear. There's like, and you don't really need to grind heavily for the old games until like the very end of the game, and especially the after the post game content. But you can't do that in an open world. Like there's many paths players can have, and that's just only with the game the core mechanics of the game. Like you're not even talking about the technical issues, the jank, the loading times, the lag. Like the fucking mini map was lagging. It feels like it's on 5 FPS. It is awful. And then at least with Power World, it just blows it out of the water.
It really does, dude. And like it just keeps getting like okay, so Power World was really janky in the start, but I mean it's an indie game. Like I think it originally had like 3 developers or something like that. But it's very smooth now. Um and I stopped playing Pokemon at Sword and Shield. That's the last Pokemon games I played. And then I was like,
I've not heard good things about that either.
oh, I don't hate Sword and Shield as much as a lot of people do. I definitely see their criticism of it, and it's fair. But I enjoyed the gameplay. I think the story was trash. They definitely held your hand through it. You get like 3 starters at the beginning, so you can have a fire type, water type, and grass type. So you can just go and steamroll the entire game. But they had really cool features that was like a first. Like that was the first where they got rid of TMs, or not TMs, HMs.
Mm-hmm.
And you had like a bike that had like inflatable tires. It was pretty dope. It was cute, but at the same time, I know people like to like surf on their Pokemon. Um, did you ever play X and Y?
I had a friend that let me borrow it, but I did not have a chance to play it.
That one was like the original game. That was like the introduction of hand holding, and they went overboard on it. They had these things called O powers that you could use, and it like they did different things, like increase your stats during battle. Um, and the biggest one was a catch rate. It would pretty much like you had to like level them up, but at max level, it would pretty much turn Ultra Balls into Master Balls.
Ah.
Yeah, and it broke the catching system completely. I'm interested if they're going to bring those back because the next Pokemon game is the Z version that was supposed to come out like 10 years ago.
Mm.
So I wonder if
Yeah,
it's back.
I'm gonna be pretty much done for Pokemon for a while until Game Freak gets their shit together.
Oh yeah,
It's very salty, especially what Nintendo tried to do with Pal World.
what they did.
How they're trying to be copyright Nazis about shit.
Did you
Oh,
see?
you can't have a spherical thing that captures Pokemon or captures monsters. That's our thing. You got to pay us.
Yep. Did you see what they did to them last week?
No, I did not.
And this was implemented in game. So apparently, like hang gliding on a creature they patent, which is bullshit because Sonic did that with Tails back on the Sega, you know?
Yeah.
And then, so now you can't glide on your pals. Now they'll just increase the speed of your actual glider, which we'll see. Some people are saying that next they'll go after that because that's Breath of the Wild. Um, you can no longer like throw your pal out in a pal sphere. Now it's you click the button and they just appear next to you.
That's really dumb.
And it's
I honestly am for another games crash,
Mhm.
which I'm kind of glad that Ubisoft is tanking too.
Yeah, they had to shut down a bunch of like branches in other countries.
Oh yeah. I do not want to see what the hell they butchered of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh
I
god.
just hope that is just dead. That whole development process is just dead and locked away in the archives. Because they're going to fuck it up.
100%. They had gold with the original Assassin's Creed games, and then they fucked it up. And now nobody wants to play it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever play those, the original ones?
I have not played the Assassin's Creed, but I played some of the Far Cry games. I really enjoyed 3 and parts of 2, but even then, it just became just ludicrous with every edition. Like, then there's like one where you're a caveman, like
Yeah.
what, Far Cry Primal, I think what it was called.
There's one where
And
you
it just
you fought
go
Mog.
ahead. Yeah,
Oh, bro, these people are crazy.
yeah, and then you just realize it's the same game except the map's different. And there's more pop-ups on your UI.
Yep. Yep. Oh, sorry about that.
No problem.
I'm not sure if you heard that. I was messing with something. Yeah. Far Cry 3 was great, though. I agree with you on that.
Oh yeah, Voss was a great. He should have been the main villain. That was such a dumb move where they pulled the switcheroo at the end.
Not only should he have been the main villain, he should have been like a multi-game villain.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
um, like Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops, they had like, or not Black Ops, Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfares, they had this character named Dragovich. Uh,
Mhm.
or not Dragovich, that's Black Ops. I don't remember. It's Russian. It's Russian. Um, and he's like considered one of the greatest video game villains of all time. And he was like a multi-game villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Voss was great, and the fact that he was like modeled after a real person too, like they went above and beyond with him.
Oh yeah. But unfortunately, you're never gonna get that anymore.
No,
You gotta. It's like modern EA. You gotta get the lowest common denominator to come in and see how much we can sell and have stupid people buy games at inflated prices with loot boxes and skins and all this crap.
oh, dude, it's not even just EA. Even their subsidiaries. Have you ever heard of Capital Games?
Yes.
So they're like a lower branch for those who don't know. They're like a lower branch of EA. And I play this Star Wars game, and it's made by Capital Games, and it is the most. Now, look, mobile games are monetized. Don't get me wrong, but this one goes fucking crazy. They have, um, they're called Galactic Legends. They're pretty. Think of having like a mini raid boss, but playable, right? And if you want them day one, you're dropping like 10 grand. Like day one when they come out because they have two that come out every year. And if you want them day one, you're dropping at least 10 grand. It's a fucking mobile game.
That's EA. Did you see what they did with Dungeon Keeper?
No, I did not. Tell me about that, please.
Oh man. So Dungeon Keeper, for anybody not from the ye old days, was this um, kind of like a StarCraft, Warcraft like game where you're trying to build out a dungeon, you're fending off heroes invading your sanctum and trying to destroy the heart. And it's a lot of fun. I would still recommend Dungeon Keeper. It's a nice small game, but well, it gets really challenging actually in later levels, especially the moon level. But then EA decides to reboot the series as a mobile app, and it is made to force you to buy as much as possible. Like in Dungeon Keeper, you have demons that dig through and expanding your sanctum. To build rooms and to train people. Everything is literally a you have to buy everything to speed things up. Like certain blocks will take a demon like an entire day sometimes to break through and clear up just one space. And the whole goal is that you're supposed to buy their stupid currency system to speed up everything.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it is unplayable and a complete bastardization of the originals.
People are out of control.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like,
Like if it isn't just like these Skinner box games or trying to milk you for every stupid action in the game, it's just then this constant handholding. I just want to go back to the handholding from Nintendo real quick because this kind of pissed me off too. Because I was kind of trying out the Pikmin series last year, starting from 1, and I'll work myself all the way to 4. 4 is the absolute worst out of the series because the first hour of a Pikmin game, which is meant to be kind of like I wouldn't say, it's kind of like baby's first RTS, but it's kind of enjoyable. Um, they made it an hour-long fucking tutorial, which is just you toss shit at things. That's it with a cursor.
what the hell? Why would they do that?
I don't know, but it's just.
I played.
I feel like after Mario and Luigi Dream Team, actually during that, these tutorials are just getting ridiculous. Like, who is this made for? Like, I think they've just been underestimating their audience quite a bit because if you look at kids nowadays, like I've been seeing my nephews and niece just going gun ho and like Roblox and Fortnite, just doing ridiculous stuff. Give kids a lot more appreciation and a lot more credit on playing the games. Like, sure, don't make it very obscure, but like basic things. Like I used to play on my SNES and even NES, and I had no problem playing those games. It took me a while to figure out some things, and sure, was there some secret mechanics that I didn't realize that would have made the game a lot easier? Sure, but I eventually beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Like imagine playing Modern Warfare and every like step forward is like a tutorial where you have to stop and the game has to explain to you about reloading and switching out weapons. Like that's not why those games were successful during the 360 era, the PS3 era.
I agree. Um, even going a little bit further back than that, bro, N64 games still hold up.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like,
Sure, some of the 3D stuff is kind of a little bit jank, but
yeah.
like some of them where they focus fully on the gameplay, those hold up great. And especially those that just only make 2D games and just made like 32-bit games off of the 64. They hold up very solid. Like Mario 60, Dr. Mario 64. It's a damn shame that never really got a proper re-release. I remember, I think Mario 60, Dr. Mario 64 had an 8-player mode, or maybe at least 4 players at least. And it was a ton of fun.
It was. I had a lot of fun with, especially Dr. Mario.
Yeah. I like and Conker's Bad Fur Day. One of my definitely one of my top 5 games, where the tutorial was made as entirely as a joke.
Yeah. Okay. I had to think. Yeah, I remember that. It's been a long time. I did play that, but I don't think I've played it since I was a kid.
Oh man, that's probably one of the very few reasons I got an Xbox One X. Well, I got the One X because I have a theater set up and I want to play 4K movies on the highest quality. Um, so there, I also got the Rare Replay because that's been on my to-do list to go back and play Banjo, play Battletoads, and especially Conquer. And well, there's some things that kind of age, especially controls, because it was definitely during that era where they didn't like do options for inverted controls, which is kind of a damn shame because they fixed it for Perfect Dark, um, which Perfect Dark for anybody that isn't from that era is kind of like GoldenEye. It's a first-person shooter, and before it was based off of airplane controls, so it's like inverted. So modern controls, when you go up, you look up. Not most games during the in the 90s. It was
Yeah.
quite the opposite, and that took me a little bit to get used to, but it still holds up pretty well, especially graphically. And even when they tried to remake it for the Xbox with Live and Reloaded, which totally neutered the series, they censored it more than the N64. It did not even look good, like graphic wise. Like, yeah, they had the fuzz texture, which is impressive on a technical level, but you lose that charm. It's like Disney remakes. Like, yeah, you have the Disney Renaissance, and it looks fantastic. And then like you go and see like a modern Lion King, it just like takes all the soul out of it. It just doesn't look as good.
I agree on that.
And it's and especially with Conquer, it kind of ruins the joke because the joke is here's these cute and cuddly creatures in these adult South Park like situations getting brutalized, and in Live and Reload, it looks like everybody's just like scuffled from a in the bar and just looks dirty, and it's like you kind of ruined the joke there, buddy.
Yeah, it kills the heart of of it. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you mentioned Perfect Dark. I was gonna mention that. I that's when I brought up Nintendo 64 games. I play that on my Xbox a lot. That game is amazing.
Nice. I haven't played too much of Perfect Dark, but and I didn't really get caught into GoldenEye. However, I have a question for you. You ever played Turok?
Oh yeah.
For me, Turok, and especially Turok 2, the Seeds of Evil is fucking amazing. That game, I feel like gets underlooked. From what they did on a technical level is amazing. With the unique death animations, how their body parts can explode off of enemies. Like that game is fantastic. Um, at least at a technical level. I guess the only problem with the game is that it is also kind of a collectathon, and unfortunately, if you don't do all the objectives, you have to kind of restart the level from the start and try to find any missing pieces, which kind of sucks. Kind of like that early gritty game design at the past, where they're just developers are trying to figure out how to make something kind of something unique and enjoyable.
Yeah. Kind of trying to find their niche.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I feel like outside of the indie scene, you don't really get that anymore with AAA, except maybe sometimes Nintendo, but hardly anything else anymore. There's nothing. Everybody's trying to play it safe, just like movies.
Yeah, they're just soulless cash cows. That's
Yes.
I guarantee you GTA 6 is gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
They milked they'll probably purposely bomb it so that they can keep milking 5.
Yep.
I don't
I'm
know.
surprised they just haven't made a just a standalone GTA Online at that point. Because I'm
Uh,
pretty sure that's where the money's at for Rockstar.
yeah, it is. It is definitely where the money is at. My brother plays a lot of, well, when he can, he plays a lot of GTA, so I see it. Like, I see it personally.
Yeah. I kind of got disappointed with Rockstar when I played Max Payne 3. You ever played any of the Max Payne games?
I want to say I played the second one, but it wouldn't have been for very long. I wasn't like, um, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say, honestly. Tell me about it. Sorry about that.
No problem. Um, Max Payne 1 has issues. They're definitely being very experimental with it, but it's still a ton of fun. It does have a little bit of jank, and I think the story of it is just that it's just an undercover cop that gets pinned for a crime, and he's trying to clear his name, and then he reveals a whole conspiracy theory going on.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh.
and unfortunately, he lost his wife and kid because of that. I like the kind of the aesthetics and the early 3D graphics that they used, um, and how versatile the game is with weird weaponry. And then you had 2, which I would say is the magnum opus of the series. 2 improved the bullet time quite a bit because that's the gimmick of the game is that you go into the bullet time, you slow down. In Max Payne 1, everybody goes slow, but in 2, this is the neat part. They really made great use of the bullet time, which is that the more that you kill people in bullet time, the longer the bullet time is, and the slower enemies get.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's kick ass. And every time you reload in bullet time, you do this kind of like this Matrix move where you just spin around and you just reload as you spin.
Okay, yep, that was the one I played. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, Max Payne 2 is amazing. And so I was excited to play 3, and 3 they fucked it up big time. So they gameplay wise, um, they go they revert back the bullet time back to Max Payne 1, which is okay. Uh, I guess that's fine and all, but 2 really hooked you in because there's an incentive to use bullet time as much as possible. You get rewarded. I feel like bullet time in 3 is just that, so it feels a little less cheap when enemies spawn in.
Okay.
And I can tell that the game has been politicized. They're trying to make a statement about the drug cartels and how there's human the human the human organ black market down in Brazil and all this crap.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, well, first of all, why the fuck is a Max Payne game set in Brazil? And the reasoning is that Max has been needs to lay low because he's being hunted again. Which I'm like, well, lottie fucking daw. That's literally the first 2 games.
Right.
It's like, what does the third game make it any different? And then they made Max Payne a GTA character.
Really?
Where he's constantly swearing. Oh yeah, it's bad. It's literally like if you take any noir show and just imagine it as a remade as a GTA commercial. That is literally how Max Payne is in those games, and at least in 3. In 1 and 2, he's calm, he's collective. He's just trying to figure shit out. He's not wanting to wish to kill himself and to do a flip. He's not trying to be dicey. And it's just filled with so much stupid shit. They ruined the gameplay. Like, they made the levels extremely linear. There are no longer any secrets. Like in the original, in the first 2 games, you can find secrets and secret armories, and it's nice. You can't even hold more than 2 weapons in that game. In fact, if you dual wield, you drop your primary weapon.
What?
For the entirety of the fucking game. He never wears a strap.
Put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Enemies spawn out, which is very devastating in that game because you can easily die. It only takes like a few shots and you're dead in that game. The levels are pretty linear. They really make an emphasis of cover shooter, which Max Payne really isn't a cover shooter. Like you only do cover shooting just to recover, just so you can gain a little bit more of your bullet time. That's it. But in this game, you have to do that. The game wants you to slow down and use environmental damage to you shoot exploding crates and all this crap. I'm like, what the hell is this game? That's not Max Payne.
Oh, it does not.
It's just it's like a lesser GTA 4 shootout.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like to me. And the story's utter just garbage too.
I'm
like,
sure.
imagine a game where you are a bodyguard and you're protecting 4 people who are like Dicey.
Fuck.
Yeah, the most unlikable pricks at all, and and you're supposed to care when they die. You don't.
Yeah.
And they ruined also how support characters work. Because I don't know how far you got to in Max Payne 2, but sometimes you get missions where you got another character as an assist. And I say they're fairly competent, but in 3 they are awful. They have that BioShock Infinite syndrome where the side character just doesn't need to shut up. They have to talk every minute. And if you want to farm out or explore or try to get more ammo, you can't because the characters won't shut up for you to advance.
Oh.
And they're useless. There's literally a video where one of the guys is just yelling at you to hurry up, and he's just laying down doing nothing prone as an enemy is shooting. It is dog shit. And it was crazy to me that people back then said that this game is a 10 out of 10. No, it fucking isn't. It's a 6 at best. Literally the worst in the series.
That definitely sounds like it. I don't know if I ever use any side characters because I'm pretty sure that I just ran out guns blazing, got a bunch of shots off, and then died. Because I would have been. Was that a PS1 game?
It was a PS1 game. I think it was released as a PS2. I played it on PC.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just trying to remember the time frame of when I would have played that. I'm pretty sure I would have been like a really little kid
Yeah.
when I
It
played.
was also a Game Boy Advance game also at one point.
That's dude, the Game Boy was like the most ambitious thing ever.
Oh yeah.
I rocked the Game Boy 100%.
Uh Remember how long the Game Boy could last with the batteries? And then you take like the Switch, and if you don't, you're like playing Breath of the Wild. Uh, in less than an hour, your battery is basically cooked.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called. That's actually batteries. There's like a conspiracy theory around modern batteries. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's like they're purposely designed to die quick, so you have to buy more.
Yeah, that's not conspiracy theory. That's actually true.
Is it?
Degradation. Yes, it is.
I'm not surprised.
Um, that's why when I got my phone, I actually got it so I can actually replace the battery without cracking into the screen, which is another trick that industry hardware industry is trying to do, is that they try to do these warranty protections by having parts like batteries or even just your SD cards and
Oh yeah,
hidden within. So you had to break into the system and then you void your warranty by doing that.
yeah. Mine's like that. You can't take the battery out. Shit like that.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm about to purchase some more batteries for my phone because after the whole, I will never understand why people follow Apple for industry innovation. I think Apple is pretty retarded even back then. And when they took out the aux port,
Yeah.
that's when I just threw a fit. I'm like, I'm not putting up with that crap.
Yeah. My phone doesn't have that, and it's an Android.
Yeah, my phone's an Android, and I had to go through some hoops to get this phone.
Oh, did you?
At least to lie to my network just to say that, yeah, I totally got it on a business account.
Hell yeah.
Just put the fucking SIM card in there, jackass.
Right.
I don't need a business line to use a fucking device. Because all a phone is just a small computer. That's it.
It is. It is. I've made that argument myself. Yep. I mean,
It's got RAM, it's got storage, it's got an input, output. It's basically a computer.
it is. People have asked me why I don't get a PC. I'm like, I have one in my hand.
Yeah. Back in high school, I just had a GBA and SNES emulator on my phone, and that's what I did. I played Mother 3 off of it, and it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, those are some great games.
Oh yeah.
It's well, we're almost an hour and 20 minutes in, and I'm thinking about ending it here pretty soon. If you're all right with that.
Sure. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I originally was gonna. I forgot to say something to you beforehand. I'm sorry about that. I was originally planning an hour. Um, just to keep up with what like I normally stream. Normally stream about an hour. Um, but we went longer because it's been a good time, and I really appreciate you doing this, man.
Yeah, no problem. And actually, if you want to hear something a little bit funny before we kind of head off,
Yeah.
this and Wiz's podcast is technically not the first podcast I've been on. There was one that my cousin introduced me to with his group of friends. It was kind of a mix between what's going on with reality, like movies and shit, and some wrestling. And I went in there because I was just hanging out with my cousin at the time. It's like, okay, and he got me on there, and we were talking a bit. And when they were talking about movies, I want to talk about a movie called The Book of Henry. Do you know anything about The Book of Henry?
That sounds familiar.
Oh, it's this insane movie where it's like essentially a kid that's Jimmy Neutron. Um, it makes this plan to try to stop a sheriff from sexually abusing his daughter. And I was just giving out the plot details about that and how he's just trying to set up all these like a machine to kill him, but also make it look like an accident. And then he never gets it done because he dies from cancer. And because of my explanation of the Book of Henry, I got banned.
Well,
Yeah, we can't have your cousin back on. He can't talk about like movies about people being sexually assaulted. And I would say that's the first time I've experienced self censoring for platforms.
oh man.
And look where we are now. You can't even say something's dead. No, they're unalive.
Yeah,
Fuck you, they're dead.
forever sleep is one that a lot of people use.
Yeah. Oh, this guy is a bleep. Oh, he's a pedophile and he should be thrown in a wood chipper. Done.
Yep.
This is getting kind of ridiculous how people are just self censoring themselves. I can understand gamer words and things like that, things that may go, somebody can use against you in your personal life. I get that. But it's just like everyday thing. It's like that George Carlin bit. Nobody dies. Everybody just passes away.
I know the self cocking is ridiculous.
Yeah. Isn't you cucking to major media corporations like Google, Twitch? Well, it'd be other 4chan Jennies that'll get you cucked.
Yep. 100.
All right. Sorry for going off on that little tangent. Is there anything else, Darb?
You're good, dude. I was gonna say, do you have like any like closing statements? Do you want to like have anything to shill? Like I don't know, maybe where can people find you?
Um, well, people can find me at NonPlayableClone at postandstuffds.lol. Um, Projects I've been kind of working on. I've been trying to get this Fetty management app kind of going, but it's unfortunately getting really slow. Just IRL stuff. I have a family I gotta take care of. I need to really finish up with the garden. That's been kind of lacking behind, unfortunately. I need to get some planting going. We just got some peppers and some tomatoes set, but I need to till. I need to till the ground.
Oh yeah,
At least the plot.
I'm actually jealous of that.
And just busy at work, so it's been kind of hard. So, oh man, I can't believe NPC has real life shit to do. Yeah, takes away that whole obsessive stalker narrative that a jackass is really trying to push for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's it. And hopefully, whenever I get that up and ready, maybe I'll be able to make it before Revolver comes out. I'll let you kind of try it out and see how it is.
Yeah,
But
down 100%.
I think I got the password system kind of set. I don't want to get into too much of a rant about it. There's something that kind of pissed me off with modern IT, and there's some of their suggestions. But I think I got the password system kind of all set, making sure that's all working properly, so nobody can just hack into your phone and just say, "Hey, I got the keys to everything."
Right.
Then I have to kind of get the web interface. So I'm not sure how hard it is. I'm also people are going to scoff about this. I'm also using Xamarin to kind of make it, mostly as a challenge to myself, even though it's technically no longer supported, but fuck it. I never really did any phone development stuff, so I just wanted to try my best on something. So, yeah. To me, it's just a fun little project, and if I can get it right, I'd like to keep in tabs of notifications on all my accounts and backups and alts.
Hell yeah.
So,
that's dude.
which I'm surprised nobody has made.
I am too.
Or nobody's really advertising, because that'd be a beneficial thing. I think most Pleroma has it built in where you can technically switch accounts on the server itself, but I don't know. It looks like it's kind of janky.
How so?
Well, you don't get notifications about it. I think you have to go in there and then you have to select which account you want to move over to. And to this app that I want to do is that I just want to make sure that it can look at an instance level and it can look at each individual account. And it just be something simple. It just be open up a headless window that goes in and just pulls out the notification number, and that's it. And tells you how many notifications you got. And you can set it to whether you get a alarm or a push notification on your phone if somebody's reporting to you to your main that you want to respond to. Just something basic like that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you can. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I support you doing it though. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I apologize about that. I definitely support you,
Yeah,
and dude, I really want to see you succeed on this. If I'm gonna be honest.
thanks.
Yeah.
But that's one of the many other projects I got. Video game project I really want to go into. Um, I'm trying to get a book, kind of getting an agent for a book that I'm trying to get published. That's been a nightmare. But my problem is I just got lots of things I'm doing.
I feel that. Always something to do.
Yeah, time management is just insane to me. Like, and that's part of the reason why I just can't really do any of the art, or I'm very I usually do in the last minute for the art contest stuff. If I even have a chance, it's just that I just don't have the time anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's same here. I haven't done a few of them. That's all good.
Yeah. Well, it just means that we got shit going on, and that's pretty good. We're not trying to get as much followers at Infetti for some imaginary cool points. We're trying to have a bunch of ass kissers on instance, trying to say, "Oh, look how based and cool I am. I got this fiendish girlfriend, and she lets me fuck her in the mouth when she's asleep."
Ooh.
Yeah, you go get him, big boy.
Right.
I'm in my 30s. I don't really give a fuck who you fuck.
Same.
Most of us are too old to really care, outside of making fun of you. High school was probably almost 20 years ago for you.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh,
And I don't miss high school at all.
right.
All right, anything else, Darb? Any closing statements from you?
Uh, follow NPC and support all of his work. And I really appreciate you doing this, man.
Hey, no problem. Thanks again.
Of
Been a
course.
fun stream.
But I had a lot of fun too. Yeah, if you're ever down for something like this, or if you ever just want to chat or something, just hit me up, bro.
Sure, sounds good. Have a good one, man. See ya.
You too. Good night, everyone.